Here with Endicott football head coach Kevin DeWall getting ready to preview this weekend's matchup against Western New England. Coach, before we talk about that, just talk about the win last weekend against Maine Maritime a little.
Good quality win for the guys. We went up to Castine, Maine, played Maine Maritime, and I thought that coming off the bye week, having that extra couple days to prepare led to, I thought, a very solid game plan that the guys executed well. Defensively, our defense was sound in what they were doing. I thought we played pretty well for the most part and held the triple option down a little bit. They hit a couple plays in the passing game and extended some plays there, but hats off to the defense, played pretty well there. And then on offense, I thought that we finally got some passes downfield, which was good. We executed some of our passing game, which we worked on over the bye week, and pretty consistent balance between the run and the pass, which is where we want to be, heading, for the rest of the season moving forward.
Coach, just preview the matchup this weekend against Western New England at home.
Yep, got a very good Western New England team coming in. They're number one in the New England Conference. Been rated that way by most of the coaches in the SIDs and for most of the year. Undefeated team. They were the undefeated league champion last year, so obviously a very good team, top to bottom. When you look at them, I think you can look at both sides of the ball. They're one of the tops in the conference of both offense and defense. Offensively, they have a very good running back that they're going to feed. I mean, they're more of a running style offense that then sets up the play action. They play a lot of different receivers. The quarterback's been efficient with the ball, and the offensive line's done a good job, protecting them at this point. So they've been scoring a lot of points on some teams, which then obviously works on the other side as their defense hasn't been giving up a lot of points. And they have a lot of returning starters from last year's team that we faced. Some of the better defensive backs and secondary we're going to face with some good guys up front. So they're sound in what they do, and they slow down the run and have bottled up some teams. So we're going to have to play pretty well on both sides of the ball, as we know going in. And similar to last year's game was a close game, and the better team's got to find ways to make some plays to win the close games.
Coach, just talk about that a little bit. Last year it was down to the last few possessions, but this team this year definitely a little bit more sound on defense, and the offense has kind of found its rhythm lately. Just talk about how that might affect the mindset going into Saturday's game.
Yeah, I think if you look at where we were the first game this year against Framingham State to where we are now, we've had a lot of younger guys who have gained some experience, and even the returning players have evolved. So it's their second year in our offense, second year in our defense. There's no doubt that we're playing at a higher level. I mean, that's why we've been able to string together some wins here as we've gone into conference play. That being said, last year's game is separate. They're a different team as we are a different team at this point. But I think our guys are understanding that when you play against a good team, you're going to have to play 4 quarters. You're going to have to execute well. We can't shoot ourselves in the foot. Last year we had a couple costly turnovers or missed opportunities, in score zones that led to a one possession game at the end. We were driving, and they came up with a 4th down stop, with a minute left. So that being said, I think our guys are focused. They know the reality. They're not making it a bigger game than it needs to be. It's our next 1-0. We got to focus on this week's game as we would any opponent. It just happens to be a bigger game because both teams are undefeated in the conference.
All right, thank you, Coach, and good luck this Saturday.
Thank you.